Good morning. It's Friday, January the 24th, and this is The Drill. Thank you. I'm Ron, your host and the only true conservative in the United States today. I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, a Christian, and a registered independent. My podcast is made available through Spreaker and can be heard on iTunes, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. Remember that self-described conservatives are no conservatives at all. Today, value added, linear thinking, and hypocrisy. All that when I come back. Thank you. Welcome back. The president, as a businessman and as a political executive, creates value. The job of executives is to create value. Value is created when one creates scarcity and or desirability. When the president puts a wall on the border, he creates scarcity and therefore value. When he imposes tariffs, he creates scarcity and therefore value. And when he negotiates trade agreements, he creates desirability. When he reduces regulations and lowers taxes, he creates desirability. The Trump presidency is truly the scarcity, the desirability, the value-added presidency. When I come back, linear thinking. Thank you very much. Intellectual activity used to be referred to by the left as linear thinking. The term linear thinking was considered by the left as a pejorative, as being inferior to out-of-the-box thinking, i.e., using your imagination. Using your imagination as opposed to using your mind. In reality, linear thinking is obviously superior to imagination because it is realistic, whereas out-of-the-box thinking is idealistic. No problem can be solved without linear thinking. When I come back, bigot, misogynist, homophobe, or hypocrite. Thank you. The left loves its labels. Nazi, homophobe, bigot, misogynist, and climate denier, just to name a few. Remember that being labeled any one of these things is not as bad as being labeled a hypocrite. If you're labeled a misogynist, for instance, you still have an audience. If you're labeled as a hypocrite, however, no one will listen to you. So, how should you defeat the suggestion of hypocrisy? And I say suggest because the left will rarely make a direct accusation. The way to defeat a suggestion of hypocrisy is to ask the lefty directly, are you accusing me of being a hypocrite? If by some chance they're stupid enough to say yes, then ask them by what evidence, and that will shut them up for good. If they say no, then take your victory and walk away. Back in a minute. Who is the true conservative? In conclusion, President Trump is the value-added president, think conservative, think linear, and hypocrisy is for the left. Who is the true conservative? He's the person that understands that conservatism is not just about politics, but culture as well. He's not selfish, but minds his own business. He acts like an adult. He is patriotic and uses common sense. He expresses what he knows and does so with certainty. He makes judgments, refuses to speculate, speaks clearly and definitively, and is not afraid to say no. He's open-minded, asking why rather than why not. He is consistent, credible, and influential, not ashamed of his existence, unafraid to learn or correct his mistakes. He is a normal American, and he's better than the socialist. He's a better friend, father, brother, family member, and a better person, period. You have to know that. If you don't know with every fiber of your being that being a true conservative is best, then you are wasting your time. That brings me to the end of another episode of The Drill. Remember that the left has no authority, no power, and they can't win. Think about it.